Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hate Everything podcast starring your host, Johnny Bratsfield.
And Tracy Kellett.
How you doing, Tracy? How you living?
I'm
Happy
living okay.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Wearing a hat indoors.
Look, I even went out of my way to get different earbuds
I
just to
know.
wear the hat.
And when I asked you why you were wearing the hat, what'd you say to me?
It's hot outside and it keeps the sun off me.
And we're indoors. All of her reasonings for wearing the hat.
I'm wearing a cute dress. I don't wear dresses a lot, and when I wear them, I wear a hat.
Is that a thing?
It's my
A
thing.
hat goes with a dress?
It's my thing. It's like when you wear a sweatshirt on stage every time you go on stage.
I don't wear a
It's
sweatshirt
100
on stage.
degrees outside.
I do not wear a sweatshirt every time I go on stage.
I have video footage
Of every time I've went on stage?
at Looney's.
Yeah, it's not always in a sweatshirt.
So, welcome to the Hate Everything podcast. He's very upset about the hat.
No, I'm upset about the sweatshirt claim now. I don't always wear a sweatshirt. I have a sweatshirt for special occasions.
And you do have your Cosby sweater.
It's the thermals,
Okay,
the thermal shirts.
understood. And your lucky chain. Look, we got it. I have a hat. I wear it.
It's not a
sometimes.
lucky chain, it's a performance chain. It is strictly for performance. It is not for luck.
He's not wearing it to do scratchers.
I'm like, oh man, I need some help. Let me get this inanimate object that I placed too much hope into because it died with my father. And I dug him up and took it. So there's good luck in that. My father's not dead, by the way. I wasn't saying that my father's dead.
I love that you went total grave digger route though. Like I do love that was the route that you took it.
That's the only way to get anything lucky is you have to steal it from a dead person. Or get it gifted to you by an old person that says like a
It's like a riddle, a rhyme.
they give you like some advice, like a little nugget. They like hand you something and they're like, love isn't always.
Has anyone ever done that to you?
No.
I had a weird thing growing up, and I didn't get an inanimate object, but I was trying on prom dresses. This is real, and it freaked my mom out. I was trying on prom dresses, and this older lady came up to my mom, and she was like, "Is that your daughter?" And my mom was like, "Yeah." And she started telling her about what Jesus's plan was for me, but she was like describing things that were like true. She was talking about how I was going to join the military and that like Jesus was going to protect me and all this stuff. And we're in like JCPenney, okay?
Right.
Like we're at like Wet Seal. We weren't wealthy people is what I'm trying to say. And my mom started
Because that's
crying.
who God blesses.
That's who God blesses, is the patrons of 579 at the mall in Waldorf, Maryland. And they're like holding hands. I'm just in the fitting room. I'm trying on a tacky
Can you
dress.
hear them?
I can hear something happening, but I don't know what it is. I thought she was talking to like a salesperson. And I come out
And the salesperson just keeps saying Jesus.
and they're holding hands and praying. And my mom has never stepped foot in a church before.
That's
It was
hilarious.
great. And they're just weeping. I didn't get the dress. It was like a mermaid tail situation. I didn't get the dress.
Religious people just busting into your life. Can we talk about, the Lord?
But I thought you were a strictly Christian comic now.
I gave that up. I started doing drugs again and
Yeah.
drinking.
Got it.
Realized God is a lie. God is dead. God is dead, America.
Okay. Dig him up and steal something for good
God
luck.
is dead, America. That's why we're still worried about COVID, because God is dead.
It's coming back.
It's not coming back.
I read this today.
It's not coming back.
I read this today that in Missouri, okay, fucking, that is like the Bible
A
Belt,
destination.
right? I mean, a destination.
A destination for a lot of people.
Let's go to Branson. Like, let's cut a rug. I think they have a saloon there and probably a JCPenney still with that very religious woman. They have to wear masks again.
Yep.
They're under a mask mandate.
Well, lucky them.
Delta variant, baby.
Lucky them.
Baby.
Delta variant. Look, at this point, whoever's going to die is going to die.
I'm not going back.
It's
to
too
masks.
late.
I will let them poke me every month. I'm not going
You
back.
I won't let them poke me every month. They got the one. They got the one in.
I can't go back, man. There's no turning back for me. I'm a new woman now.
Have you seen what they're doing in the NFL? They're really pressuring everybody to get vaccines, like the players.
I thought they already had to.
No, they didn't have to, but they're like leaning on it super hard. So what they did, they put in a
I thought
new.
they had like the bubble thing.
No, not anymore because of vaccines available. So what they did is they have all these rules in place where if you are not vaccinated and you're a player, you can't participate in certain things, right? You can't like go to certain team meetings, you can't go to certain drills, certain like events.
Okay,
and
that
stuff
sounds like
that.
it's amazing.
But then the new thing that they put in to combat all the shit that went down last year was that if a team has an outbreak, they're not going to cancel a game. They're not rescheduling games.
Okay.
They'll just not play the game, and whoever's team was the cause of the outbreak takes the loss.
Oh, man.
And both teams don't get paid.
You know what that sounds like? It's the Redskin season, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl.
You mean the football team?
I can't. Look,
The Washington football team, you
I'm trying.
fucking racist hick.
I'm trying.
You white colonizing racist hick. Why don't you just go get Chief Wahoo tattooed on your forehead next to your swastika?
Chief Wahoo. What? Look, I'm glad that they moved away from it, but can we talk about what a great character, like just like art-wise.
Hey.
Art-wise.
He sold a lot of merch.
A lot of merch.
A lot of people
merch.
didn't know what Indians were. And then they got a Chief Wahoo shirt. And they said, so it's red black people. It's red black people. They're like, yeah.
Oh my God.
And they play baseball? No, they were here and then we murdered them.
There's, in Cleveland,
Sounds about right.
there's a lot of drama around the new Cleveland name.
Yeah, the Guardians.
The Cleveland Guardians. And this is what I'm going to say about
It's a shitty name.
But I
It's a
will say
shitty
this.
sports name.
But they didn't randomly pick it. Like you do.
I know,
the
yeah,
story
I know
behind
that
it.
there's the little fucking statues that watch over whatever the fuck,
I mean,
whatever it is.
So it's a thing of the city. It's a thing of the city.
It's a terrible sports name, Guardians.
It also looks kind of like
It looks
the way
like-
that the logo is. It looks like the glasses from what was the baseball movie? Oh, it's fucking hilarious. The one with Charlie
Basketball?
Sheen. No, the one with Charlie Sheen where he's Wild Thing. It kind of reminds me of the glasses that he had to wear.
You think I watch baseball movies?
Major League.
Major
Oh,
League.
dude, it's hilarious. You would actually like it. It's making fun of baseball.
I wouldn't like it.
It's hilarious.
I don't like Charlie Sheen.
Well, okay. This is when Charlie Sheen was still coked out.
I hate everything. Okay?
Okay. It's a good movie. I'm really sorry. But yeah. So I'm sorry about the Washington football team.
You know, they had a name, but they had a name that they were going to go with. They were going to go with the Washington Warriors. But then
But now it's reversed. It's now going again.
people came out and said that's still offensive to Native Americans.
And literally the guys that are at the drawing board for all sports team names are like, what the fuck do we do?
Whatever. No,
What
I
do
feel
we
like
do? We
like
can't have like we can't go about Native Americans. We can't have anything about like black people. Are we going to start banning medieval names?
no. What's going to happen is we're going to forget about the Indians. We're going to forget about them.
Because this was the only thing that made them relevant was Chief Wahoo.
I mean, what else? What
I will say
what
that-
big representation of Indians do you see?
The Hail to the Redskins song, I can still sing it.
Where I'm just saying, like, what else in media represents Indians better?
We already went down Pocahontas, so that's gone.
Because you know they have a new show coming out. They have a new show coming out that's strictly centered around Native Americans and the children. It's like an FX drama.
Oh God, is it about them getting kidnapped off the road?
No, it's like a FX. It's almost like a
thank
new
God.
TV show, but all the kids are criminals. So there you go. You guys are no longer a sports franchise. You're just criminal youth.
Oh my, is this real?
Yeah,
Is this?
I'm gonna watch it because it looks pretty good. But they're
it's
all
real?
criminals. Yeah.
Is it about them being criminals, but then they go back so they can't be?
I don't fucking know.
prosecuted?
No,
'Cause
it's
we've talked
literally
about- we talked about
it's
this a little bit.
literally 4 shit kids, and they open up with stealing a truck that was dropping stuff off for like a grocery store.
Well, I will say this. I mean,
Because that's the only
talk
way
about
that
equality.
that's the only way Native Americans can get by.
oh my God.
After they've lost all their stakes in sports teams. They've just been kicked out of the sports team era. No more Redskins, no more Indians. You can't have any Indian representation in sports
Are the
now.
Braves going to change their name?
Probably at some point. And probably the Chiefs too. As long as but I think the Chiefs will be able to keep their name as long as they keep winning Super Bowls.
Probably. I think
Because
that's
if
the
you think
difference. I
about
think
it,
that's the difference.
if you think about it, what's more offensive, the Redskins name or
the
a
fact-
stadium of white people going, oh, oh,
and the Atlanta Braves do too. So
Right.
the Chiefs are doing it. The Redskins never did it. I didn't grow up doing that. We sang the song.
I'm just saying. What?
I
It's the last of the Mohicans for real. They're going to fade off into the distance. They're going to walk over the hill as the sun is cresting.
What a sad book.
And they're just going to
take a knee
gradient
next to a wolf.
they're just going to gradient dissolve from the frame and a single feather will float through the air and it'll say the end.
And then the show is going to queue up about the children criminals.
Right. Look at these Indian criminals. I wonder if they're going to call them Indians in the show. Because I still feel weird.
What is the name of the show?
I don't know. Indian criminals. Indian criminal children.
I feel like that's a Google search. That's not a name of a TV show.
I can't remember what it's called, but it looks like it'll be pretty interesting. But I just think it's funny. It's like we're trading. Hey, we don't want to be offensive. We just want to represent them as criminal people on TV.
Oh God. All right. Fuck.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I don't know. I think people are bored. People are so bored that this is what we have to worry about. We need another war. We need another world war. We need another 9/11. We need another something.
I mean, we're just pulling out of the wars that we started, 20 years ago.
Are we pulling out?
I
don't think we are.
Here's what's crazy to me. This is what's crazy to me is I read this today. Not only are we pulling out, but we're fucking over the people that were helping us. So translators, and Chris is deployed. He worked with translators, and they're amazing tools. They're amazing resources, and they're fighting for us. They are American soldiers.
Mm.
It's really hard for translators after they've worked with Americans, after they work with the military, to come to America. So apparently it's super common that these translators, they can't come over, and they're getting murdered. They're getting
that's what you get for working with the enemy.
I'm saying, we should be like, hey, come with us, and instead we just leave them. And they're fucking getting their heads cut off.
Hold on. My tax-paying dollars are not going to pay for their welfare, okay? They're not going to be coming over here in my country and...
Bro, they saved us. They saved my husband's
Dude,
ass
what
a
have we
couple
been trying to
times.
build the wall for if we're just going to bring them over here?
No, what are they going to do? Stop at fucking Coney Island because there's a wall bringing them from Afghanistan to New York?
Goddamn right. What are you doing? No, look, I don't want my doors open. Our doors are closed.
These guys...
America is closed for business. Haven't you heard there's a pandemic? You're just bringing in outside.
Missouri's wearing masks.
You're bringing in outside stuff. You're bringing outside stuff inside.
They risked everything for us. More so, I would argue, than a lot of other soldiers.
Look,
American
I'm not trying to
soldiers.
bring them over here and fuck up my chance to go to Chili's again.
Oh God, I'm devastated by this. I am devastated by this. Can we please get some Chili's for the next episode? Because we talk about it, and I could fucking fuck up some
I'll fuck up
Southwest
some
egg rolls
Chili's
right now.
I will fuck up some
I am
Chili's
so
whenever
hungry.
you want.
So
Whenever
I was reading about that today, and
Chili's?
Oh, that too. I did Google when curbside pickup was immediately available. No, I was just reading about the translator thing, and it just makes me so mad because as a country, and look, and now I'm going to let go of my own the things that impact me, my own feelings about it. As a country, when our whole thing is all these people are up in arms, they don't want to wear masks because they're freedom fucking loving Americans, and we got to protect our soldiers, and you can't take a knee, you got to hold up a flag. When you have other people that are American soldiers, like by default, because they're doing the same thing or even more as American soldiers fighting for us in the war. And we're like, nah.
No, that's not an America. That's what we do as Americans. It's called capitalism, baby. It's called
disgusting.
capitalism. This is why I order a 20-piece nugget and only eat 5.
I was going to ask what's going on with all the nuggets.
You order a 20-piece nugget,
box.
only eat 5. That is my American right. That is what I earned being an American citizen. Waste. The right to waste. There are people starving in other countries, and I buy excess amounts of chicken nuggets knowing damn well I'm not going to finish them.
I just want Donald Trump to go on the warpath and bring these guys over. That's what I want.
Why would Donald Trump bring these guys over?
Because that's his fan base. That's his fucking fan base. Is we love
his
American
fan base
soldiers.
is
we fucking
translators.
listen to Daryl Worley before every fucking baseball
The translators are not our soldiers.
game. They 100% are.
They are not our soldiers.
Oh,
they are
me, man.
assets of our military.
But
They're
even
chicken nuggets.
Even the military dogs
They are
get brought
chicken
home
nuggets.
and get memorial services, bro.
Yeah, because we
And
love
that's
our
an
dogs.
asset. That's
We
an
love our
asset.
dogs.
Not Denver.
One
Well, actually,
nation.
Denver loves them too much.
One nation under dog. Have you seen that documentary?
No.
That's a great documentary.
Oh, wait.
One nation under dog.
I thought you just came up with
No.
this.
It's a documentary
I thought it
about
was just
America.
like very clever play on 2 letters.
No, it's a documentary about America's obsession with dogs and all the crazy shit that is like behind it. Like there's one where this guy, he owns these like big, huge, like Great Danes, and they're like vicious. And they had somebody watching their kids, and the dog bit half their face off, and they go to court, and they win the court case, and the reason they won the court case is that the guy said, when the dog bit your face, you panicked and turned, and that's what ripped off half of your face. So the dog is not at fault, so we're not going to put the dog down. One nation under dog, baby. It's a good
I'm
documentary.
not fucking watching. No, because I feel like what you just described to me is just going to infuriate me more about the American legal system.
It was wild. Well, that one was more based on those people were just rich and had a means to get away with it.
Right,
And
but we had
then-
talked about that. I mean, Johnny Cochran, if you have him on speed dial.
Right. And then I think the other story that was on there that was pretty cool is some lady spent like $2 million to get her dog cloned because he was dying.
I did hear about that.
And then the dog got loose in the airport. Yeah, the clone dog
Right.
got loose in the airport and ran through the airport straight to her. It was pretty fucking wild.
I can't, guys. I can't with the dogs. I can't. I have dogs.
That's not even a dog thing. For me, that's not even a dog thing. That's a cloning thing.
That's a sign. Like,
That's
but I'm
that's
just
some
saying,
sci-fi shit.
bro. But the obsession with the dogs, like the whole thing about dogs having anxiety and shit, that's literally a reflection of their human owners. Like we are literally putting all of our mental health shit onto our animals that we claim to love so deeply.
Is that why your dog barks at black people?
Yes.
Your dog be barking a hell of a lot at black people.
He likes you now.
You know, yeah, after like 6 months of
It was actually a little closer to a year. It was a little closer to a
had
year.
to be in here every day,
I wasn't even here. He was
Up
just
against the
outside the
wall.
window. Be like,
just
Ryan.
terrorizing him. I better look who's in the yard, Riot. We're coming for you. We're free. We're free, Riot. That's right.
I just think it's nuts. I think it's nuts. That's it. I think
Yeah.
it's crazy. Could
But
you
I mean,
imagine
you can't-
spending money on your dog? Like, if your
No.
dog got sick right now, what would you do?
I'd probably spend the money just because I've had this dog since like he's been 2 weeks old.
Do you have a pain threshold on the financial obligation? Because I would say
Not for
me,
him.
like $1,500 is my
I think not
pain
for
threshold.
him. Not for him. With our cat, when we got the cat, I
Yeah.
had no love for that cat.
Wait, do you have a cat?
We used to.
Oh,
Before
okay,
we moved up
okay.
here in Memphis,
This
we had a
makes
cat.
sense.
We had a cat, and he got like some like. We went on some trip and we came back, and Kelsey was like, "Oh, you lost some weight," and I was like, "Yeah, he probably has cancer." And then she's like, "He doesn't have cancer," and then he just started like, just shriveling, getting like it was crazy how thin he was. And we took him to the doctor, and he had fucking stomach cancer, and we had to put him down.
Oh.
They were like, "Oh, we can operate and take the tumor out," and they were like, "It'd be I can't remember what the price was, but it was something." And we were sitting in there, and Kelsey was like all devastated. She looks at me, I go, "Hey, all those door frames he scratched up, that was his cancer fund. He didn't know it. He just blew through it. Should have taught him to hold on to something. You got to diversify those bonds, motherfucker." Spent it all on door frame repairs. R.I.P. Jamba.
I can't. We have an amazing vet who just tells us. 'Cause
Yeah.
when our 2 other dogs, they passed away, but when our oldest dog Stella, or when she recently passed away, we take her to the vet and we're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Look, you don't want to spend this money."
Yeah.
He's like, "She's 14.
Yeah.
Let her go." And it sucks, but just to have a vet that's not looking to take your money.
Right. Some of these vets are.
Of course.
Well, no, the vets I've dealt with have been very. I don't know. Is that the only way I can describe? They're fucking hippies,
I get
and they
that.
bother me, a lot. I don't know what it
Really?
is. It's just their whole demeanor. Oh, hey, yeah, we're just in here hanging out. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Tell me what I need to pay you.
What do you think? It's phony, or you just don't
I don't
like
know.
people that are happy?
I don't know. It's
Happiness sucks. Happiness sucks. When you're not happy, happiness sucks.
it's like they're so happy. I know they're lying. You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't
it's the
I
phony
don't think it's
factor.
phony, but I think it's like they're so happy. I'm like, there's probably something you're not dealing with.
Right.
That Have you ever
Okay.
met those people where
Of
they're like
course.
they're happy, it's not a fake happy, but it's too much happy.
Well, I think here's the thing. It's not fake. Like they're not putting on the charade for you. They're just putting it on for themselves. And I kind of just want to be
Right.
there.
I
Like,
wanna
I
be
want
a-
to see when the curtain falls and
I
they
wanna
just fucking
sneak-
are crying in their kitchen, face down, eating Kraft
I want to
singles.
see you after half a bottle of Jack Daniels. Since you're so fucking happy. Spend all this money to get this fucking vet degree.
I'm fucking performing heart
And
heart surgery.
I'm allergic to dogs.
Heart surgery on parakeets? You brought in a goldfish.
I'm on 6 different medications. Cause I get hives.
Have you seen these fucking goldfish showing up in rivers? People are
Oh,
dumping
those
their-
huge ass goldfish.
Yes, and people are taking them like they're taking them in as pets and like taking them to the vet. Can you imagine being a vet, going through college?
Don't bring
going
me this
through all this
trash-ass
shit,
goldfish.
and bringing in a goldfish? It's like me going fishing and bringing in a perch. Like,
You know what I would do?
like
I would
think
hit
he has-
their fish.
I think he has bubble gut. I don't know if that's a thing, but it sounds like a thing.
I would have hit their fish with a hammer right in front of them. Right in front of them.
I can't.
I used to have a joke about that, where I go,
You talk about fish. You talk about fish.
I go, fish aren't
murder.
pets. I go, fish aren't pets. If you're a person that's like, I have pets, and I come over and it's fish, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Okay.
Because, oh, congratulations, you bought the one pet that needs the least amount of attention.
It's hard to keep that water at a pH
And
balance. It's like a woman's vagina.
And I go, you know how
Summer's Eve
I go,
for fish.
I go, you know how I know fish aren't pets? Because I can take a fish to a public place and hit it with a hammer, and nobody will do anything. It's like, dude, I fucking hitting a fish with a hammer. No one's gonna be like, no, stop. If you did it to a dog, you'd have like 6 people jump on you. Like if you're standing
Yeah.
there with a hammer over a dog, 6 people will jump on you.
Absolutely.
Do
Even
it with
that
a
Great
fish.
Dane. Everyone would protect the Great Dane.
Do it with a fish. Everybody get back! Everybody get back! I'm gonna kill this fucking fish.
And this is why we weren't allowed to do the show today in a public
Right.
pool. We tried. We tried, America. Yeah, Kodiak and I have a date night tonight. We're going to go to the Macaroni Grill,
Oh my god.
get some lasagna. He wants some lasagna.
$40 lasagna.
And then, well, it's either that or Fazoli's.
Honestly, I would much rather go to Fazoli's. I like Macaroni Grill, it's cool. But that's the one where it's like that's where the waiters lie to you,
Of course.
right?
What do you mean they lie to you? I know you get to fucking draw. They give you crayons.
Yes,
Like you're
yes,
fucking
yes.
at fucking Cedar Springs.
Nah, so the last time we went to Macaroni Grill, we had a black waiter, and he came up and he was like, "My name is Adonis." And I was like, "I don't believe you."
Adonis?
It was some sort of Greek name, because isn't it like fucking?
It would have been
or
Adonis. I
Roman?
like that somebody just like flipped the script.
But isn't that like Macaroni Grill's like it has like a very Greek or like old time Roman vibe?
don't
I can't
think so.
remember.
I don't think that's Macaroni Grill. Macaroni Grill, they literally give you a box of fucking knockoff crayons. They let you draw dicks on paper for 45 minutes while you wait on your fried ravioli. Come on down to Macaroni Grill.
But I remember going, and I was immediately put off because you lied to me at the beginning of the interaction.
So
So
really
now
didn't think that
anything,
it, could have been
it
his
was
name.
not his name. I don't know if it was Adonis. It was something ridiculous where I was like, that's not your name. I know it's Mark.
Did you ask him?
No, because he had already lied.
Yeah, what's he gonna
Why
do?
would I-
Yeah,
he's just
you're
gonna
not
lie
trust him
again.
now.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Fool me once.
it's Jerome. Well, I bet you get in the fucking kitchen to get my macaroni and cheese with your lying ass. And I want to see the menu. I want to come up to the register when you're reading my shit in to make sure I'm getting the right prices. No
Damn.
tip.
No
No tip.
I got $1.25 last night as a tip, and I wanted to be angry about it, but I ran out of quarters for parking downtown recently. So I was like, I'm not even going to be mad. I'm gonna turn this frown upside down.
See,
That's what I'm gonna do.
ask, and the Lord shall.
Yeah, it was an
Blesseth
$80 bill.
upon you.
It was an $80 bill, and I got $1 in quarters.
There you go.
There you go. And now I get to park for 30 minutes outside of Phantom Canyon
I will never-
and drink an overpriced IPA
I
and
need
then
you to
still get a
know-
fucking parking ticket because my pool game went too long.
I need you to know right now, I will never feel any sort of sympathy or empathy for you based on low tipping.
I've never asked you to.
I'm just saying, you have complained a couple times, and I hope you don't think I'm trying to be. I don't care if you don't get
Dude, do you know
tipped.
how many things I've complained to you about that actually upset me that you didn't care about? I'm the tipping thing, bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel.
I am anti-tipping all the way.
I'm not anti-tipping.
I'm
Here's the thing, I would
anti-tipping.
be anti-tipping if wages were a little bit better for the service industry. That's it. I
I think the fact that wages are low for the service industry is why you shouldn't get tipped. It's because you picked it. You chose it.
But also, when you go, here's the bottom line.
This is the worst argument ever.
When you
I
go
hate this
somewhere-
argument. If you go somewhere, you expect service.
Yeah.
Right? But if you go to a job, you expect to get paid.
Right. So I'm
So
going
you
to
take-
a job, so
so
I
you
expect to
take-
get paid. So if the pay structure, it's like when you're an attorney and your pay structure is this is what your salary is, and then you can have this billable bonus. It's the same structure. So if I go to a job and they're like, hey, this is your hourly rate, and then if you work your ass off and you do well, this is part of your structure.
Yeah,
The
but the difference is they go, hey, if you work your ass off and pull your weight, you're going to have to rely on the kindness of strangers.
Right. So it's more of a
That
gamble.
I would immediately be like, well, then I'm out.
If someone,
I know what America we live in. We don't even bring our translators back, so why would we expect them to tip well?
God, can you believe that? We had a great little waitress at the Black. Look, Chris overtipped for a long time. And when I say overtipped, he was like a 40% tipper. And that to me is a little excessive. But we went to the
Yeah,
Black
who you
Bear-
trying to fuck, production?
I know. Look, we got into it. And it was really weird when we went to the Macaroni Grill and got Adonis. It was awkward. But we went to the Black Bear, and this little girl, she's clearly going through college. She was working her ass off. She was like one of two people in the whole fucking place. And I gave her a $50 tip. Because it's like, when you work your ass off, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? You've earned it. And no one else is giving it to you. It's going to be, you get it, and you're like, oh my God, I just got this. And it's amazing, and it makes you feel good.
I don't want a job where people can give me money and feel like they changed my life. They made my day.
No, it's not. Why not? Why don't you don't like making people? You don't like knowing they
I don't.
made someone happy?
No,
You're a
I don't.
com- you're-
I
you're
don't
a
want to
fucking
work.
comic.
I don't want to work at a job where someone gives me money and is like, "Yeah, they needed that.
No, it's not. They needed
They're
that.
gonna
It's
love. They're gonna love this."
It's we just maybe made her day. We just maybe made her happy. What's wrong with that? We're comics. I want to make people happy. I never want someone to leave a comedy show and be like, she just ruined my day. She's the worst.
I live for that.
Why are you
I
looking at me,
live.
production?
I live for people
Oh.
to walk out of my shows and be like, "That fucking asshole.
Mission accomplished.
He was so right.
so
He
right.
was so right." But I am fucking.
How did your show with PJ go?
It went pretty good.
was it at?
It was at Mud Rocks. It was in wherever. What is it? Boulder. I think it's Boulder.
Okay.
What are you doing? You're
I'm
doing
trying to
something weird
yawn.
with.
I
You're
have
doing
a-
something weird with your face.
I have a yawn that's like not coming.
I thought you were like sneezing.
No, it's a yawn. Hold on. You just keep talking about Mud Rocks.
It's like Red Rocks, but covered in shit.
Boulder.
Is that a Cymbalta yawn?
No.
Get it?
Hold on.
It's
Don't
funny.
look at me.
It's a joke.
There we go. Huh? I don't get.
Cymbalta.
I don't know what's involved.
Cymbalta.
It's a yawn that's not coming.
Yeah, Cymbalta makes you not come.
Huh?
Did you know this?
Yeah.
Cymbalta is
Get
an
you some
antidepressant.
antidepressants.
And
Okay.
it takes you forever to come.
So
Like-
they're like Viagra almost.
like,
but they
oh,
don't just make your dick happy.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this though. That should come with fucking bottle of lube. Because
Oh,
at a
yeah?
certain point, you're like, this hurts.
This needs to stop.
It was consensual for the first 30 minutes. And now I'm out. I'm out.
Now I'm turning on the Golden Girls while you finish up.
It was already on, bro. Already on.
Just position yourself to where you don't have to see the TV. Because I'm getting my shows. I'm getting my stories.
When I ever write to you and say I'm watching Rick and Morty, I want you to know that will be the only time I do it. And I just want you to be so mortified.
It'll never mortify me.
You'll be like, oh,
I'll be like, she's getting good TV in. She's getting some good D and TV.
DTV.
DTV.
DTV. Oi.
Oi! 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 But yeah.
All right.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I'm taking. So we're gonna. Kodiak picked the night.
I liked it.
So it's mine and Cody's night. So he wants lasagna. So we're gonna go see Adonis at Macaroni Grill, Adonis as you called him, and then we're gonna go to the Tinseltown where me and Kelsey got fucked up that one night. That was so much fun. I'm gonna get fucked up there with my son, and we're gonna watch Space Jam 2. And I'm gonna act like I don't remember Space Jam, because I've been told if you compare the two, you can't do it. You have to see it as a totally own thing.
no, and that's people just trying to make the movie sound good. You can't call it Space Jam and be like, ignore the other movie with the same exact title. Ignore. I know this is a sequel. Ignore the first one.
It's never gonna be the same.
Hey, next Friday, you have to watch it like there's
Space Jam.
You have to watch next Friday like there's no Friday, even though the movie is called Next Friday. You can't go watch Space Jam.
That kind of makes me want to go watch Friday now.
They even make a Michael Jordan reference in the movie.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know this yet.
But I'm just saying, it's like
people have told me.
And those people are retarded.
Okay, I get that.
Those people are retarded.
By the way, you know how I know I'm retarded? Okay, that I shouldn't have phrased it like that, because I now see it,
the answers
are limitless.
It's like Loki. There's multiple timelines.
We were playing that loop game at Looney's,
Yeah.
where you have to get the thing on the hook.
Yeah.
And it's not even that I can't do it. I don't know how to even try. And Eric was watching me, and he was like, "This is painful to watch." He was like, "Please just stop."
There's a touch to it.
No, because I didn't even know where to hold the fucking rope, and he was like, "Hold it here." And it was like my brain could not figure out what.
No,
he was
you hold
saying.
the ring.
That's what he was trying to tell me.
You hold the ring, and you don't throw it at it. You have to toss it off to the side.
Okay, well I'll try it.
You got to get a revolution in.
He was like, "I'm not taking your money." He was like, "I really need you to stop." He
Yeah.
was like, "Do you want the Nerf ball?
Right.
Does Tracy want the Nerf ball?" Like I'm that fucking Great Dane about to bite someone's fucking face
I'll
off.
teach you how to do the ring game.
All
That's
right.
one of my favorite. Here's
I
the
am
thing,
pretty
though.
good at shut the box.
Here's the thing, though. The ring game is bigger. So like where that originated from is like someone had just made that like outside on their porch at a bar. Like
Okay.
it's usually like there's usually like a big awning.
So kind of like Jumbo Jenga.
And but like the original one was like it was a ring, and it would be like fucking 20 feet away, and you would have to like swing it and get it on
Okay.
there.
All right. Also,
So the miniature version, I hate the miniature version.
we're getting cornhole,
Good.
so we can come over here and practice, because Callan keeps running his suck to me. It's endless. It's endless.
Dude, I'll fuck some cornhole up.
So I say we get it.
Stop
I say
playing
we get
with
it.
me. Stop playing with me. You're gonna have to level some field out here.
We've got some.
You have to level some field out.
We're gonna just have to like make sure that we're mindful of where we fucking piss, because the piss, it went from a square to now it's just a fucking perimeter. It's now a perimeter.
Yeah, you
got
got to keep the bugs out.
It's not keeping the bugs out.
There's a lot of alcohol in my piss.
I know. I will say my piss is starting to smell a little like Cheerios. I mean, I think I'm dying.
You're sanitizing something. You're cleaning something out. Whether it be the ant colonies.
I think it is. I think the ants actually love it. The ants are like, "Is this Frosted Flakes?
Oh, yo.
This is fucking cereal milk right here."
Cereal milk. Jesus Christ, go get checked. Go get fucking checked. But no, Space Jam 2 is cool. Space Jam 2 is fine. I would love, when you go, I want you to count how many references he actually gets.
Okay.
Because I think he's maybe going to get 3.
Are you kidding?
Is he familiar with the Looney Tunes at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my kids. So, I mean, now I feel awful. I don't feel awful. Here's the thing. You know what?
No, because here's
I don't
the-
fucking feel awful. My kids were raised on Looney Tunes because I was raised on Looney Tunes, and it was weird for a period of time because when people found out that the kids were watching Looney Tunes, they were like, it's so inappropriate for children. It's so sexual, and it's so violent. And
But
it's
then
so
they're like,
racist.
Space Jam is for children because the Looney
Right.
Tunes are in it.
Right. So they fucking knew every episode. They had a box set, and they fucking watched
But
the
even-
fuck
look,
out of it.
so
and then
the-
guess what? You know what
really?
else they watched? Pepe Le Pew.
The only references they're going to get are the Looney Tunes. Because everything else
Okay.
is an HBO reference.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, literally you're going to watch it, and it's like they literally are cataloging all the stuff that's on HBO.
Then I'm not even going to get the references.
You will. I mean, they're iconic HBO references.
Oh, okay.
But it's just one of those things where you'll be like, no kid is gonna understand what's going on right now.
I saw that there were like a bunch of references to like Marvel movies and stuff like that.
No, there's no Marvel movies in it. Marvel movies are not HBO at all.
Oh, I don't know. I was just telling you what I heard.
You heard, again, whoever you're talking to is clearly retarded.
Okay, I'm keeping
Like,
it
clearly
in
they're
mind.
sitting there like, I went and saw Space Jam 2, and then Spider-Man was in it. I'm be like, what are you talking about? You sound like you don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
No, it's pretty dope. But I don't know if you saw my post about it, because I was a very strong advocate for keeping.
You post too much. I can't keep up.
I was a very strong advocate for keeping Pepe Le Pew in the movie.
They took him out?
Yes, he's not in. You know, there was a whole thing before the second Space Jam came out. They were like, Pepe Le Pew will not be in the movie. He is too problematic and represents rape culture and aggressive male, blah, 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 blah.
I thought he just got canceled. I didn't know that like they took him out of a movie because I saw pictures of him where he was in the movie.
He's not in the movie. He gone.
Doesn't that sound like a lot of work?
No. It just sounds like, but here's the thing. Some of the references in the movie, I'm like, well, that TV show has a lot of rape in it.
Right.
Like,
was it like Game of Thrones?
Yes, Game of Thrones.
Whoa, they reference Game of Thrones?
Yes, Game of Thrones is in there multiple times.
We can't have Pepe Le Pew, but incest.
That's what my post is. I was like, yo, Pepe Le Pew was so problematic, they put the racist chicken on a dragon from a show that's centered around incest and murder.
What's race? What, I don't get the racist chicken reference.
The racist chicken, Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh, yeah, Foghorn Leghorn.
I said, boy, get back to the fields.
Have you seen the pictures? This is such a hard left. Have you seen the plantation engagement pictures yet?
Oh, yes.
Can we?
Can we pull them up? Have you seen them? Pull them up. Pull up the plantation engagement pictures. Because I know everybody's up in arms.
You know what it reminded me of? Immediately, your
Holes.
joke about the library.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Instantly, you were like, I'm wearing some potato sack pants. That's instantly what these pictures reminded me of.
I saw it, and I was like, I thought he was the dude from Holes.
I've never seen Holes.
You never seen Holes? Have you ever read the book?
No.
Oh, well, there's a dude, and he's like,
No.
No. Look, the one with the black guy looking crazy. That's
Yes. That literally.
I can't remember. I don't know where. It was on Facebook, and I saw all the pictures.
It was huge on TikTok. It went viral on TikTok. And people are like, it's so weird because if you read the comments, they're like, he agreed to this. It's obviously part of his heritage too. And it's like when you look at all of them, he is clearly like, it's like he's like a field worker and she's
the chains are a bit much.
Yes. I'm like, this is
I think if you delete the chains, if you Photoshop out the chains.
She's like bringing him a glass, like a half full glass of water. He's clearly like been
pouring,
working all
she's
day.
She's pouring it on him.
She's like, and this is my like.
She's pouring it on She's pouring it on the fucking ground. Look, he's wearing a jacket in that one.
Dude. It was like a jacket that came out of a high school fucking theater production.
So I started a fucking Facebook fire. Because one of my friends had posted this, and they were all on this is bullshit, fucking blah, 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 what the fuck, blah, blah, all that sort of shit. And I go on there, I go, that pussy must be good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That must be some good
pussy. Good, make me want to go to the Civil War.
Pussy so good.
Pussy so good, let's keep Atlanta standing.
Put the chains on me, baby. Lock it up. Lock me up. For life.
Fuck. Man, people are losing their goddamn minds.
Look, and I think the pussy is good is a perfectly reasonable explanation.
It's a perfectly...
I think it's a perfectly reasonable explanation because have we not murdered people over good pussy? Have we not robbed banks over good pussy? I've seen the movies.
I watched Snapped. Shit's happening over the good dick.
Right?
So I understand what's happening for the good pussy.
Have we forgotten the chick who almost blew herself up trying to set her ex's car on fire?
Oh my God! Can we talk about?
That's good dick.
Remember
good
the
dick.
astronaut?
Look,
who rode in a diaper to go fucking murder somebody because that's good D right there. That's Cymbalta D right there.
They did a photo shoot.
Can you imagine being the photographer, and they're like, hey, we're going to plantation. They're like, oh, that's normal. People get married at plantations. It's a beautiful Paula Deen. She caters it. That sounds good. And then they show up and they're like, okay. And then just like the pieces start to come together. And when they get to the chains, can you imagine?
When you're a photographer, you're just like, I'm just here to take pictures.
It's like Anna Markle photography. You can't put that shit on your photography
It's a great
page.
way to not get somebody's watermark on your pictures.
Right. They didn't have to pay shit for those.
Right. He's like, here you go.
Here, just take them. Just take them.
I'm leaving. Can I get my check? I'm
Right.
leaving.
Do
not write a review.
He gave a fake name. No business card was provided.
No reviews, please.
What's your website? I don't have one.
I
It's
don't.
2021. I can't fuck with
I'm
technology.
all paper.
Yeah.
I'm all
He gave
paper.
a paper receipt. He demanded a money order. You're going to have to go to the fucking post office to pay me,
Right,
you
shit.
crazy bitch.
I don't know. I get why people are upset, but hey, that's not your relationship, right? How many times have you heard someone getting beat up through the wall and didn't do anything? Now you want to stand up on Facebook. This is inappropriate.
And it's crazy on TikTok. Those comments, people are getting into it over those comments.
You're like, honey, have you seen these pictures? And on the other side of the wall, it's like, you see this? This is crazy.
Daddy, no.
Robert, have you seen these pictures on Facebook? Yeah, they're crazy, man. I'm just saying people are worried about the wrong things. That's that black man's white woman or that white woman's black man.
I think it's the white woman's black man. I think that's the
Maybe he
accurate
tried to
description.
do it with some sisters and they weren't into it. Maybe that's his kink.
That's what I said. That's why I said it.
Maybe
Literally
that's
reminded
what
me
he's
of you
into.
when you're like my
Right.
sexual fantasy.
My deepest, darkest.
Yeah.
Deepest, darkest sexual fantasy.
The potato sack pants.
The potato sack pants. It just seems like a fun thing to act out.
Oh,
I wouldn't take any pictures
Jesus Christ.
unless I'm trying to win the divorce. Look what you made me do.
Post it on TikTok.
Oh, maybe hold
Be like,
on.
Hashtag
Hold
trauma
on, America.
Talk. Hashtag.
Hold on. Maybe this is his play.
It
For
could
that,
be.
maybe she's loaded.
Maybe this is the long
She's
game.
clearly loaded.
This could be the long. They're on a plantation, man.
She's-
That
look,
shit ain't cheap.
You know how I know she's loaded?
That
Because
shit
she
ain't cheap.
wanted to take slave pictures. That's how you know she had money. She wanted professional grade slavery pictures.
I just want to see her Pinterest. I want to see her wedding Pinterest. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to
God.
see his mom's Facebook.
It has like a lawn jockey.
I want to see
just
his
wanna
mom's
see-
Facebook. That's what I want to see. Because $5 says that she sucks at the internet.
Ugh. I bet his mom is like posting like she's outraged. I bet her Facebook is just like the most hateful shit about this white girl. You know what I mean? I just love to see it.
So happy for my son.
And one of her posts is a Google search. It's like, Renee, you're wrong.
I don't know. I think I'm not fine with the pictures, but it's not my business.
I will
know what I'm
say
saying?
that. Like, if it feels
And
icky,
they kind of made it everybody else's business when they posted it.
right.
But maybe this is their attempt to become internet stars. Maybe they have a fucking joint YouTube channel.
Jesus Christ.
How we overcame.
Look, the Duggars
the
just lost
hate.
their TLC deal, so hey,
Look.
there's a spot open Sunday night.
Interracial couples.
Yeah, that literally is going to be the title. They've ran out of everything else. They've ran out of little people.
It's gonna be like that weird sex. What was that fucking show?
I think it was called Weird Sex.
Something like that. I like to pretend to be a slave in my house. He's like,
Oh my God.
my name's Alfonso. I like to pretend to be a slave in my house. And then it's just like, like the montage.
Right.
Alfonso! I'm like, this is the craziest shit. Download this episode. I'm gonna watch it 3 times.
So something kind of scary happened to me last night. It happened to both of us.
We were there.
It
I was there.
It was frightening. You called it. You're the one that let
I wasn't
everybody
so
know.
much frightened.
I was a little frightened.
You were a little frightened?
It was a little close. It was a little close.
Yeah, it wasn't that, like, I've seen closer.
Okay. You're hardened.
I'm not
A
hardened.
hardened Virginia boy.
I'm not hardened. I'm not like, look, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm like, from the fucking guns, don't scare. Like, they scare the shit out of me.
Right. especially in the hands of people who don't know how to use them.
But the fact that I didn't if I would have seen people, I would have been nervous.
I mean, we saw people running.
I didn't see anybody running.
There were people running.
I didn't
and
see
then we
anybody
saw
running.
some getaway cars that pulled into the Luna Market.
I did see cars driving off, but it wasn't. If I would have seen a wave of people coming towards me, then it would have been all right, I'm leaving now.
Well, also that's an indicator that it's coming too.
Yeah.
It's coming too. Whatever's chasing them is heading your way. So it was a little frightening last night. There was a shootout.
A shootout.
At the Havana Grill.
Havana Grill.
And we read the
I have
news
to let
article,
Brian know.
and it was described by the police as a barrage of gunfire.
Yes.
A barrage. It wasn't one shot.
It was a lot of shots.
It was many, many shots.
Because here's the thing. I was leaving. I was walking in my car, and I heard pow, pow. And I thought it was because, we get the cars that like to zoom down the street. I thought it was something
Or just a car backfiring.
Yeah,
I always assume it's a backfire.
right. Just because we've heard it a couple times. Those
Several
sports cars will go, they'll go flying down the street.
Right.
And then I just heard a little indiscriminate yelling.
There's some yelling.
I was like, oh, maybe someone's shooting over there.
Kerfuffle.
I was like, so maybe someone's shooting over there. And so I wanted to come inside and let everybody know, hey, I heard gunshots.
And that's why you would come back in.
And then as I'm walking back in, that's when the barrage happened.
Barrage.
Because you guys missed the barrage, but I was walking in. And it was
there were still pow-pows when we went outside.
No,
Because we
but-
went outside.
Look, you guys heard pow pow.
Right.
I literally walking back to the building, it was pow, 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 pow. It was fucking it was at least 12 shots.
So that was the barrage.
And I was like, oh my God. And that's when I came
by
in.
CSPD and EPSO.
That's when I came in. I was like, hey, they shooting out there.
So it was exciting, a little frightening. So I read the article this morning because we wanted to confirm that there was a shootout at the Havana Grill.
Because
the Havana Grill, by the way, is now Colorado Springs' OK Corral. You know what I mean? The Havana Grill, go get some pupusas.
Do they serve food there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go to
I've
a
never eaten
twerking
there.
contest.
Wet t-shirt contest.
And then get shot in the face. Heading back to your Honda CRX.
And wait in line for 30 minutes for a beer.
For a beer. A pina colada.
A $8 beer.
So we wanted some details.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that it happened.
Yeah, because there was a firework that went off in the middle of it.
So we were confused. There was confusion. I think that was honestly just their way of being we're proud Americans. We're doing exactly
They would have won
what
the soccer
the
game.
founding fathers wanted us to do. They would have won. They would have won. Proud Americans. So
I love this
article.
bump. This bump is going to be out of place, and that's not going to make sense to anybody until they get to the end of the episode.
We can put it at the end before the outro.
Oh, can we?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah,
All
we
right.
can do whatever the fuck we want.
I kind of want to throw it in the middle to throw people off.
Okay, how about this?
So if you're
It's in the
listening to
middle
this,
now. Hang around.
if you're confused, good.
Just give it time. You're only going to be more upset towards the end of the podcast. But we pulled up the article,
Right.
and it named some names.
Okay.
And it said who was responsible.
And who was responsible?
You're not going to believe it.
Who?
Jen and Gary Coleman.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
They've had their
They've
clutches-
reverted back to street crime.
street crime. So we're talking
The
about
corporate crime is they're over it.
white collar over.
They're done with the white collar. They
They're-
want to get in the nitty gritty.
They're running some street gangs. They want to feel it. They want to taste the blood themselves.
Right.
They just got done watching.
Well, good on you. Way to touch all aspects of crime. This is the most diverse crime
They're
family.
diversifying their crime fucking rates. They're
Their
diversifying.
crime portfolio.
Their crime portfolio skyrocketing. Don't talk to him about Bitcoin. Talk
Right.
to him about street violence.
Talk to them about mass shootings. Talk to them about shooting up Havana Grill.
Shooting up and by the way, how racist.
Right.
They couldn't go to the fucking Hilton.
No, they couldn't go to the Cowboy.
No, too close. Too close. They had to go to the Havana Grill and just fucking light them up. Just light them up.
I heard it was because
I didn't know a motive. Did you know the motive?
I heard.
All right, just between us.
I heard it's because Gary's a little pissed that Bezos made it to space before him. He said Dick Rocket was my idea.
It was always his idea. He's been
Every
going to
time
space.
we're at the club and he shows up, he's just like, dude, I got this
Rocket.
idea for a dick rocket, man. I just want to make a rocket.
And we're like, oh, okay,
I want to make a
Gary,
rocket that looks like a dick. It's made out of dicks.
drink your Tito's and soda. Okay, Gary.
And Jen's like, I'd love the idea of a dick rocket.
Right. She didn't understand the true context of
Right.
Gary's dick rocket idea.
Right.
And now here we are, and he's angry, and he's taking it out
On Havana Grill.
on Havana Grill.
Because Jeff Bezos doesn't go to Havana Grill.
It's the one establishment I've heard in Colorado Springs that Jeff Bezos doesn't frequent. The only one.
And Gary doesn't want to start a war.
He doesn't want to start a turf war. He just wants to make a statement. It was a
Okay, I'm
statement.
gonna reveal some information.
Oh my
Jeff
God.
Bezos is the clone that we created to honeypot Gary Coleman. And so there is
They
now
are identical.
there is now a war. There's a silent war between Gary Coleman and his honeypot clone, Jeff
Oh
Bezos.
my God! So the honeypot didn't work.
It didn't work. We just created a more sadistic, more richer Gary Coleman.
Did we ruin the world?
No. Because we can get shit delivered to our front door.
Got it. Okay. By drone, by the way.
By drone.
So fuck. Jen and Gary Coleman, if you're...
There's time travel involved. There's a whole bunch of shit.
There was the space, there's the dick rocket, there's the systemic racism, there's the not emancipated proclamated. There are all these different things that are getting woven into the tale that is...
We basically have an MCU-esque
Right.
trail of bumps.
So keep listening.
And
But-
thanks for being Patreon subscribers.
So if you do subscribe to Patreon, these are the things that you get. You get your name on a 2x4, this table, and you get us talking shit about you and your family lineage.
In our MCU-esque
Yes,
bumps.
you get to be a part of this. Don't you want
the
us?
hate everything cinematic universe. The HECU.
Yes.
Instead of the historically black colleges, it's the hate everything
Right.
connected universe. Join the Patreon, you fucking idiots.
What do we got to do?
America sucks. This week has
In
been
what
very
way?
this week has been very evident that America sucks.
150%. I am
We only have one gold medal.
devastated. I'm devastated.
We only have one gold medal.
One.
I've been watching a shit ton of the Olympics.
And it's the fucking Summer Olympics.
Right. This is supposed to be the shit we're good at.
This is the only thing that we're good at. This is what
Because
all
we
stand-
have enough freedom in this country to learn how to do shot put.
javelin.
That's
We
a
can do it in other countries.
That's
That's
a extra-
segue to murder.
that's an extracurricular activity in our country.
We all played lawn darts. We know what's good.
All these other countries, they're born and they're like, you are going to be our javelin thrower. You are going to throw javelins.
You are going to bring food to the motherland.
You will win a gold medal. You will bring it back. And we will put it into our machine that releases food for our nation.
And we will have corn for days.
Months even. So little
Meanwhile-
Mbakwa.
Meanwhile, we have guys like Ryan Lochte,
Right.
who gets a fucking MTV show afterwards.
After faking a robbery, is that what it was?
faking a robbery, getting popped for peds, married a Playboy bunny, she has a baby, she gets her fucking tits removed, and now they're still relevant. The tits were the only thing we were paying
Well,
attention
I wasn't.
to. Let's
I
be
mean,
real.
after Ryan Lochte's fake thing, I just kind of.
I'm just saying that's what we
I
do.
never respect Olympic athletes.
Ooh.
I never respect them because they're in the spotlight and then they're out.
I respect Olympic athletes.
I mean, like, I'm not saying like I don't give them their due, and it's not like I go out of my way. It's just you're irrelevant for 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some of them are around for a little longer. I think the only thing that I watch the Olympics because I'm amazed at that is the athleticism that someone dedicated their entire life
to fucking
to one
shot
thing,
put.
to shot put, or so, like Simone Biles. Like, are you kidding me? Like, she was like 3, and now she's the greatest fucking athlete
Right.
I would say in the world. But
She's
we
not
don't
the
know
great.
yet.
She's not the greatest athlete in the world.
We don't know yet because
She's
we
not
haven't
the
gotten
greatest
golds
athlete.
yet.
She's not the greatest athlete in the world. Before you start just giving her flowers.
Oh, I'm not. I wasn't. It's not just because she's a girl. Calm down.
No, she's only good at gymnastics.
Okay.
Let's see her shoot a basketball.
Okay.
Let's
but
see
stop.
her throw a football.
Every athlete, I mean, unless you're talking about like Bo Jackson, every athlete is just good at one thing. We saw Michael Jordan suck for the White Sox. Like, we all
I'm just saying
experienced
she's not the greatest athlete in the world.
that. I'm just saying.
It's Tom Brady.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a winner.
Hey,
You want to talk about overcoming adversity?
can we talk about changing
being
the
a
name of the Patriots?
talk about being a old white talk about being a white man in a clearly Negro sport.
I will not support American athletics until Tom Brady is put in the Negro Football Hall of Fame.
In blackface.
And he has to wear blackface.
I want his bust
I don't want it
to
gold.
be painted black. I see a Tom Brady bust and I want it painted black.
So
I see the rings on his hand and I know he beat all the blacks. Ding, 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 ding.
ladies and gentlemen, we have a new intro song. I hope you didn't like the good one. But it's the Olympics. It's the Olympics. And here's what's crazy
It's exciting.
to me. It should be exciting, but it's not. So there are a lot of things floating around. There's a lot of drama. Little, and it's not good drama either. It's
You know what
drama.
makes the Olympics for me right now, what's making them extra special is the fact that there's no audience. It's just like it's almost a prerequisite. It's almost like a prequel to the second COVID.
Just mark.
Because remember, like during COVID when sports started coming back, and they were like I was so excited when the UFC was coming back and they had nobody,
Yeah, and
I was like, I'm gonna see Bruce Buffer just scream into an empty room.
yes,
And it's gonna be amazing.
And it was just echo, 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 echo. They're like in a 60,000
But now it's like that.
fucking seat arena.
Now it's like that with some of the most boring sports.
I know.
The only thing that made those sports good was a crowd that understood what was happening.
They're the only people that fucking care. They're the only.
That's the
people
only
that
reason.
fucking
That's
care.
the only reason you watch sports on TV is like because
Right.
the crowd when something
energy.
big happens. Yeah.
So many people are saying that now they're saying that the Olympic athletes, and they're specifically talking about the Americans because we need a crutch. They're saying that they're underperforming because we're so used to having that energy in those crowds.
Well, they better take a page out of the Koreans' book.
I know, put in some fucking stuffed animals. I have a Jeff Probst cutout that I can fly over there.
I watched the gold medal round for archery, and it was the Koreans and I want to say it was the Netherlands. They were in the gold medal round. I don't know the flags, so if you're offended that I don't know the flags, I'm American. Why the fuck would I care about anybody else's flag?
I know Canada because there's a maple leaf.
Why would I care about anybody else's
You know what
flag?
I say? We got the greatest one.
We got the stars and stripes.
We got the one that looks like 5 other countries. We're fucking Americans.
We're special.
Stand out.
But anyways, and the Koreans, it was a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old competing in the gold medal round. And anytime the 17-year-old would make a good shot, he would just be like, "Ah!" Like this is fucking
Right.
just screaming. I'm like, exactly.
Right.
That's exactly how you should feel.
Why aren't we doing this?
17-year-old.
Why aren't we doing it?
Americans are like, where's my mom?
Right.
Dead. Because COVID.
Linger eatery.
Get your fucking vaccine so we can all go to the Olympics in peace.
I just can't. Well, and there's more to the Olympic story. There's more to it.
Okay.
Because on Friday, and you had said you hadn't heard about this, but Friday, Big T, our man, he was in Arizona.
Okay.
Giving just like a little rally.
Yeah.
Just a little rally.
Getting ready for that next run.
Getting ready for that Delta variant to come back
Getting
strong
ready
and kill
for
all the
his
supporters.
2024 run and win. You
And-
heard it here first from Johnny Bratsfield. Trump 2024. He's going back in.
And we've heard it here
Guess
first.
who's back?
Tracy Kellett, 2024.
Back
Suicide.
again.
Jesus.
Trump is back. No Mexicans, kins. Trump is back.
I just let him keep going. Production.
La,
Just
la,
give him,
la.
I'm going to give him another 2 minutes,
Bill,
and then I'll actually say something. Yep, keep going.
Bill, that wall now, Bill, Bill. Grab a pussy. I created a monster. No, it was.
I was waiting for that drop. I was waiting for the monster drop. I knew it. I knew it was coming, and I love it. Jesus. This is a fucking hate everything podcast sing-along
Except
today.
for Trump.
He's at the rally. He's doing his thing, okay? And he brought up the Olympics. He brought him up because the American women's soccer team was fucking murdered by the Swedes.
Right.
And Trump he knows his sports.
They're number one in the ranking, though, right? The
Right.
Swedes.
Yes. But everyone expected the Americans to win because America.
Well, they had already lost one, didn't they?
So I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't been watching it.
I'm pretty sure because I remember seeing them win 6-1 against somebody. I know they had lost a game, then they won 6-1 the very next game.
Okay.
And I think it might have been the Swedes that they lost to.
But so anyway, so we lost to the Swedes. We got rooted. Okay. And Trump, again, he knows a lot about sports, athleticism. He knows what it takes. He is an elite athlete himself. We've seen the golf course pictures. We've seen the photo evidence. And he said the reason we lost was because of the woke liberal elite, because they didn't want to play the team, the girls' team decided not to play the national anthem before they took the field.
Well, hey, if you're sitting here telling me that Americans are complaining that they don't have motivation, and then you're literally at the one place where your country's song represents you.
If it's not a motivational song for you.
No. This is not it's not a thing of it's a motivational song for you. You're literally at the Olympics. You're not going up against the fucking Boston. You're not going up against the other high school down the street. You're going up against Sweden.
So I'm
You're
saying,
going up against China. And when those motherfuckers come out on the field to their national anthems, whatever it is.
That's actually all
You know
of the
what I'm
national
saying?
anthems for those countries.
When they come out there with those orchestra bands playing their shit, and then you're like, play Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. You're going to get fucking murdered.
So Big
It's
T
a world
called it.
war.
Big T called it.
This is the closest we can get to a world war.
It had nothing to do with the Swedish girls being better. It had to do with the national anthem and the woke liberal elite.
Hey, I agree.
You
agree.
think they lost because of the national anthem?
Yes.
No.
Yes,
they
because
didn't.
you're
they
not
lost
there.
because they weren't as good.
Why the fuck are you there?
It has nothing to do with the national. It has nothing to do with the song.
Listen. What are you there to play for? Why are you there playing?
If you're playing for America, I don't
playing
believe that
for
the national anthem,
America.
I don't believe the
if
national
you are going
anthem,
to take away your team's song, then you are not there playing for America. Therefore, you are not all the way bought in on what you are there playing for.
maybe their team song is Lemonade.
Yeah, but that's not what it's. Lemonade does not get played at the Olympics.
I'm just saying that's not why they lost. They lost
Yes, it
because
is.
they sucked. They lost because they
So
sucked.
now the U.S. girls soccer team, who has been number one for many a year, now just sucks.
They sucked in that game.
They just suck.
You can say that a team sucked in a game. They sucked in that game. They lost. They lost to
Their
the
hearts
greatest
aren't in it.
They lost to the greatest in the world. It has nothing to do with your heart not being in it. Those
Yes,
girls were
it
playing their
is.
fucking asses off. They were.
They
The
could
Swedish girls were
if
better.
they would have bought into that "We're here for America." But if you're playing with "We're here playing for America," but your whole thing is like that doesn't represent me, then you're already at a disadvantage.
That's not true, bro.
I believe so.
Dude, and here's
If you're
look,
playing with an empty cause versus someone who's playing
Okay,
for their
bottom line,
country,
people, here's the thing. Athletes can have their own causes. And yes, when you are representing your country, for a lot of people, it represents deep-rooted things, but it's different for everyone. If you're playing for yourself, if you're playing to reflect all the fucking years of dedication and sweat and hard work, there's nothing wrong with you being there for yourself. There's nothing wrong with you being
yes,
there for your
there is.
teammates.
If it's the fucking Olympics,
No, it's not. You were the best. You proved yourself. You don't have to prove what you're there for. You proved that you were the best.
yeah, play for just yourself in this team sport.
I said for your teammates, it doesn't have to be a country thing. It can be I am fucking working my ass off. I proved myself. I'm the fucking best, and I'm gonna work my ass off. It doesn't have to be for a country.
That
I'm not
motivation-
saying, that's not the same for me. If I was in the Olympics, I would be feeling
That
the
motivation.
motivation for my country.
That
But that's me.
motivation versus that motivation versus the motivation of I'm representing my entire country is that they're not equatable.
Ugh.
And if you're there and you're like, the national anthem doesn't represent me, blah, blah, my country is oppressive, then why are you on the U.S. team?
So you're saying they should have just not gone?
Yeah,
If
if
they
it's
didn't want to
like- because-
represent their country,
yeah,
they should have
that's
just
what-
not
yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
If
honestly.
you see me doing something weird right now, by the way, I'm just airing something out. Okay.
But let's be real.
I'm not trying to be weird.
It's
or
like it's
distracting.
kind of counterproductive to not play the national anthem because you can't be like this song is offensive and we don't it's not representing us, but then we're also here playing for the U.S. team.
So I feel like now we're
Because
talking
now-
about two different things. So I don't. Can you
it-
agree that they
because-
didn't lose because of the national anthem? Can you agree
I
that
no,
they lost
I can't.
because the other team
I
bested
can't.
them?
I can't because if that's the
Fuego.
conversation happening, then you're clearly distracted. Your eye is clearly not on what you're there to do.
That's not it. It doesn't even have to be a conversation if they're just like, we agreed that we didn't want to play this song. Okay. You get in my car and we agree not to listen to ska. It wasn't a 50-minute conversation before the fucking biggest game of my life.
But I need you. Do you really think it was like, hey guys, we're all not gonna listen to the national? We're not gonna play the national anthem.
I'm pretty sure that team already knew that going into it.
But how long of a discussion do you think that was?
I have no idea. But if you know something going into it, it doesn't matter.
I think it does. I think it does. I think if you take away the national anthem and you take away that we're not here to play for our country in a fucking event that is all based on playing for your country,
also, we're assuming
you're
right
at
now.
a disadvantage.
Look, I feel I disagree with this on a couple different levels.
Look, and I'm not trying to say like Trump is right and all that, but I'm talking strictly from like a sports motivational, like if this is like what we're here to do, like, we're here to play for our country, but we also don't want to represent our country. Those are two conflicting, distracting ideas.
I don't think they are.
I think they are. If you're traveling all the way to Tokyo to play for your country, but you don't want to represent your country.
I think there's also a difference in representing your country and not playing a song. They decided not to play the song. That was their kind of boycott. To me, let's talk about kneeling. Are you hurting anybody when you kneel during the national anthem? No, you're taking a stand. If you choose not to play the song, you're taking a stand. You're not hurting anybody. You're still working your ass off. You're still the best in the country, representing the country's best female soccer team to the rest of the world.
But you do that here. You don't play the national anthem here.
So you want to boycott your own ideals and morals and values just because you're somewhere else? Don't you want the world to know
you're there for America?
And you're still there for America.
You can't be there for America and also be anti-American.
You're not being. Bro, it's not anti-American.
That's what.
Kneel.
What are you boycotting?
It's not anti-American.
You're boycotting what it represents, right? You're boycotting what that represents. So you're boycotting being an American while playing for America. Therefore, you are distracted and not focused on playing the fucking game.
I just disagree.
You're here. It's like, hey, I want to play for the Atlanta Falcons, but I don't want to wear their fucking colors.
No,
that's what it is.
They're still wearing American colors, bro. They're still the American
But
team.
they need to go out of their way to show that we are not happy with our country.
We are literally now getting into the kneeling conversation.
I'm not getting into the kneeling conversation. I'm just saying if you're over in a place and the whole point of the thing is everybody is representing their country, if you were going out of your way to not represent your country in any sort of way or form, you were distracted from what you were there for.
You're still representing their country. You're still wearing red, white, and blue. You simply chose not to play the national anthem.
But I just don't want to hear the song. Do you see how it's like I want to do everything else except one step to prove that I'm not really all the way bought in? Please just play the fucking game.
That is literally choosing, hey, this is something we're not going to kneel. We're just not going to play the song. If they had kneeled, would you feel different?
I mean, if they would have kneeled, no, I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't mind at all.
So the difference for you is playing the song
versus
kneeling
during the Olympics. During the Olympics. The whole point of the Olympics is to pit countries against each other and say we are the best country.
Yes, but you can't
go into a fight of we are the best country with I don't like my country.
In the Olympics, they also have refugees that aren't representing countries. Do you think that they shouldn't be able to compete because they're not representing a country, even though they've proven they stack up against the best athletes in the world?
How many of them are winning?
How many can we pull it up?
How many non-denominational gold medals are going out?
Let's pull it up. I mean, as of right now, probably more than the Americans. We got one. We're the greatest country in the world. Play our song. We have one fucking gold medal. And they're playing the fucking national anthem at all those goddamn sporting events, and they're losing. Because we're not good. We're not good right now.
I'm just saying.
Maybe we as a nation are distracted.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We're distracted.
But it had nothing to do with the national anthem. It has to do with the state of our fucking country.
I think the national anthem plays a part in it. I think if that's what you're worried about over there, you need to just focus on the game.
I'm just going to hack it up.
So none? Maybe if they had a country to fight for.
Oh, my God.
Everybody said, look, this is the one time every 4 years that everybody's allowed to be a nationalist.
I hear you.
You can be a nationalist and there's no, you don't have to fucking go murder somebody or be a racist or be homophobic or whatever the fuck. You can go be a nationalist in good fun.
I think there is a difference between representing your country and choosing not to play a song. I think there's a difference.
You keep
and
saying
I-
a song like it's not the national anthem.
It is the national anthem, but bro, at the end of the day, when you're representing your country, you've worked your ass off, you have always competed against the world, and you've already proven yourself. If you choose,
You just don't want to
if you
represent
say-
the country
You
anymore.
know you are representing the country, but you're just saying, hey, I disagree with some of the things happening in our country right now. And that's fine. That's fine. And I'm still going to play for America. I just disagree. You and I are veterans. We haven't agreed with everything the country
I think
has
it's
done.
an unnecessary distraction. It's an unnecessary distraction. Just play the song and keep it moving. Win the sports game.
With the sport, well, they're not. They're
Win
not
the
winning.
sports game. Maybe if you played the national anthem, you would.
I don't think they would have won. I think they got bested, and that's the beauty of it. Is you went up against the best in the world, and you got bested. That's it.
Yeah, probably. But also, I think when you're doing all this just fucking go
It's
and
not anti-American press. They chose not to play the national anthem.
That's a little anti-American, is it not?
No, they're still wearing red, white, and blue. They're still competing on behalf of America. Competing.
Yeah, but we don't want to represent fully. Get your heads in the game. You're here for America. You're not here for you. You're here for America. These are the Olympics. You're not playing Sun Chi, whatever her name is. You're playing China.
I don't know what I'm looking at right now. How many? So they have one. Is that what
This
I'm
year? This year? Or is that a culmination? 22.
22 medals. But when were they allowed in? Because I think it's only been maybe
I say
20 years.
1992 on there.
I think it's been about 20 years since they were allowed to play.
1992.
Probably during about Desert Storm. It's probably going to be the first
Only
time
3
they were
gold
allowed
medals.
in. Look,
So, get a country, you bums.
go back where you came
Get
from.
some fucking government funding.
So here's the thing. Here's my takeaway after all of this banter. Here's my takeaway. Is as of Friday, July 23rd, Big T, he was in Arizona.
Okay.
Where is he now?
Where in the world is Big T?
Graphic.
I can tell you where he's not.
At the Olympics.
He's not at the Olympics.
He's not cheering on Megan Rapinoe.
Ugh. Ugh.
That's a whole thing. So where is he? I don't think he's still in Arizona.
I think we can knock Tokyo off the list.
Let's do it.
I think we can make it a quick one and get Tokyo out of here.
Let's knock it off. Oh no.
That went that's on you.
Oh fuck. Hold on, I'm wearing a dress.
We got another one.
Oh, we got another one. Oh,
There
it's
you
a
go.
fat one. All right. Let me put that here.
Set the table on fire.
Not okay.
See, look, and this is when you didn't think about your ashtray. There's no place to hold your cigarette.
Okay, I know. Okay, Tokyo.
As she marks the wrong spot.
I did not mark the wrong spot. Tokyo's out.
Boom.
Joe Biden's there.
Is he there?
Jill Biden.
Oh. What is
Trump
she
is
doing
not.
there?
She's the only person cheering on the U.S. women's soccer team. Showing up for those refugee teams.
Right. And their CBD oil.
I thought we weren't going to get into this. Are we doing it?
No, I don't want to get into it.
Look.
Because I'll yell.
Oh, you've been yelling for the
I'll
last
yell.
8 minutes.
I just don't like that she decided to promote her CBD oil company.
CBD does not have THC.
I know it doesn't have THC in it, but it's derived from the same plant.
It's
It's derived from the same plant. And if you want to make an argument, CBD would be more performance enhancing than THC would.
All right, then also let's fucking get rid of Icy Hot.
I'm just saying.
No more Icy Hot for you.
I'm just saying.
Olympic wrestlers.
It's good. It's always awesome to see a black person lose an opportunity and a white person start a business over it.
Okay, okay. Look, you and I talked about it, and we agreed that she broke the rules.
I agree that she broke
If
the rules.
CBD isn't against the rules, you're not breaking the rules.
But you're walking a thin line when it's like, now it's time to promote my CBD oil company.
CBD is given
It's the
to
same
children.
thing. It's the same thing of all the people who are still locked up and white people are making millions off of weed businesses.
Dude, and you and I,
it's the same thing
you and I
in
agree
my
on
eyes.
that. But THC is not.
But it's the same.
Not weed.
It's
does
the
not have
same
the psychoactive
lane.
elements. No, it's not.
It's the same lane of fucking the same lane of repercussions for one group of people while other people get to profit off of it indiscriminately.
I will agree with you on this. I think coming out and promoting it is fucked up. But the fact that she's a partner in it, it's not breaking the rules. It's not marijuana.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying she's breaking the rules. I think it's a little trash of her to be like, oh, now's the time to promote my CBD oil business.
Here, I will agree with the timing, but clearly the timing is because she is on an Olympic platform and she's taking advantage
It's because
of the publicity.
she needs fucking attention. She's been needing attention ever since she first showed up on the scene. She does everything she can to stay in the spotlight.
Megan Rapinoe.
If the Olympics would have been last year, she would have been all over that shit. Hi, grandmother got COVID. Get your vaccines, please.
Look.
I have purple hair. Get the vaccine.
Wow.
She's the people who look like her are the ones that work at the vaccine places, and that's why Republicans aren't getting vaccines.
This isn't a rave, Kelly.
Trying to save America.
This isn't
and you're
a
like, what's up, dude?
Danzig concert.
What's up, bro? You want to get a vaccine?
Have you ever gone to...
I'm non-binary. Come get your vaccine. I need a nurse. I need a medical professional, not a liberal arts degree holder.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Distributing vaccines for free.
Who cares? Why is this bothering you? Who cares what they look like? These are people
It bothers
volunteering
me.
to save people.
Because you have to understand. You have to understand what you look like.
So
you have to understand what you look like, right?
So now because someone has colored hair or piercings, all of a sudden they can't help people.
Okay.
All of a sudden they're isolated.
Okay. You got a vaccine in a dirty motel room.
Obviously, I do not care. Obviously.
I want you, if you were to put 99 Americans in a line and say, hey, you could go to this hospital and get a vaccine, or you can go to this motel room and get a vaccine.
Production, can you pull up how many people got vaccinated at Dr. Moma's?
I'm just saying.
Because they were doing like hundreds a day.
Okay.
And two people that we know from the club, one of which is a doctor, went there to get vaccinated. So I think you're a little askew here.
Nah.
A little askew.
For me, you got to look the part. You got to look the part.
I disagree with that. I think that's buying into stereotypes that don't exist. That's like people saying that you can't have tattoos if you're in a fucking business office. Why not? It's not hurting anybody.
If you want to do business with like real business people, like the Chinese, like if the Chinese came over, who do you think they're going to listen to first? A white man in a suit or you?
I have a microphone and a spotlight, baby.
Who are the Chinese
business? They're going to listen to me talk about my pussy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the episode, and if you haven't learned anything, what you should have learned is play the fucking national anthem and represent your country, and maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll win.
Exaggerated eye
that
roll.
way.
Exaggerated eye roll.
That way we can be number one again.
Thank you for tuning into this episode. Next week's
I need you to say you need to love America, Tracy.
You need me to say I love America?
I need you to say it. I need you to say it. This is a crucial point.
This is the tipping point.
It's the Olympics, damn it!
The fork in the road.
It's the Olympics.
Is this literally going to be
the
tipping
one
point on
year.
Our friendship?
This is the 1 year we're allowed to say we are fucking Americans.
It wasn't me losing your fucking weed pig thing. It wasn't any of that. It's
my
gonna be
weed
this.
pig.
I thought I lost your pig pipe.
Did you?
Do you have it?
I don't fucking know. I do drugs.
It wasn't losing the pig pipe. It wasn't stealing all of your beers you leave on the bar. It wasn't any of that.
No.
It's this.
Yes, this is the one time a year. This is the one time every 4 years we get to be proud Americans ignorantly.
Here's the thing.
We get to ignorantly be proud Americans and not have to be roped in.
I feel in my heart what you want me to say, and I am deliberately not going to say it.
That's fine. You fucking Nazi, communist, liberal. Do those words go? Those words go together?
No.
You fascist, liberal, economically stunted, Antifa, homo, non-binary woman. non-American woman.
My pronouns are he, she, her. She, her.
Your pronouns are Nazi and communist
So
and
this,
traitor, race traitor,
oh my God.
country traitor.
Dude, when you say race traitor, all I want are Southwestern egg rolls, and you know it. And now you're exploiting it. Don't throw the taco at me. I am so hungry right now. I am fucking famished. I'm famished. It's exhausting not listening to the national anthem.
I'm sorry I'm working with a communist, America.
This has been the Hate Everything podcast.
I'm Johnny Bradspeed.
I'm Tracy Kellett.
And enjoy your American night.